should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth,
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. The holiday season is a wonderful time to be with family and friends, and a good time to learn how to improve your investing strategies in the new year. Phil Grande and philsgang.com can help. Join Phil's Gang and enjoy coffee talk as Phil goes over the market. Listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grande of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grande of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. Phil's philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals, you follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
I've been seeing a resilient economy really since early last year.
If I hear one more time these dopes come on, Fake Business News Network, telling us how resilient the consumer is when he's dying. The one thing they don't a lot of things they don't tell you the truth about. But the one thing that provided a lot of money to the consumer to keep spending when he was broke, even after he maxed out his credit cards, was the student loan. When they said you don't have to pay your student loans in a moratorium, that was a lot of money. I forgot, I think it's like $10 billion they had to go spend in the economy. And that's why I told you yesterday, that's exactly why Biden keeps on pushing, and even against the Supreme Court, he keeps pushing, oh, no, nobody's got to pay their student loan. Because he's doing such a bad job with the economy that he thinks that will boost the economy in time for his reelection. It'll help him. That's why he keeps pushing it, because that's a lot of money you put in the economy. But that is coming to an end. It's just, it's just crazy. I mean, it's unbelievable what's going on. People have no idea. When this whole thing started, after the crash, after G.W. Bush, baby Bush, after he crashed the economy, really screwed it up with his ridiculous, you can buy a house and, put down $100, pick your own payment and all that. When Obama came in and Biden came in, that team came in, they knew that this thing was so screwed up that, and I talked about this before, Obama wanted to go right to funding new businesses, because anybody would tell you that that's how you get an economy going very quickly, is provide money for new startup businesses. That's how you create jobs. That's where they come from, the fastest, right there. And he couldn't do it, as I told you before, because he was afraid of making his base, his progressive, his socialists, angry at him. So he didn't do it. Because his promise, remember, to get elected the first time around was free Obama phones, increase the size of the welfare state, and he's going to do that with Obamacare. So at the end, he didn't have the guts to do what was right for the country. He did what was right for the party. But one thing that nobody ever talks about is that the dirty trick that was played. They just, remember Bernanke Bernanke told Obama, look, here's what we can do. This thing is in the hole. This economy's in real bad shape, deep bad shape. About $14 trillion was wiped out. Or about how many houses were? Yeah, about 4 million houses wiped out, $16 trillion in net worth wiped out. They were in really deep, deep trouble. And they had to get the economy going. So he says, look, why don't we do what Japan did? We'll do QE. And we'll immediately drive interest rates down to zero. But there's another way of doing that too. Take the money supply and let's plug up the banks with so much money, but don't let them loan it. Just plug it up. So when you fill up the banks, the money supply fills up the banks, then you have, of course, your interest rates go right down. But if you don't open the spigot to lend the money out to businesses, inflation goes up. Well, they wanted the inflation, but they didn't tell Main Street that because they wanted to pay back the people who put them in office. Wall Street, the very, very wealthy, who, remember, the way you pay them back, you don't write them a check, you create inflation. Because by creating inflation, their assets go up. The more inflation, the richer they get. Example. When they did that, the top 1%, each individual was making the 1 percentile over 13 years made $20 million extra, just from the inflation of their assets going up. The top 1/100 of 1% made an extra, each one of them made an extra $88 million. That's how they paid them back. But it's a dirty trick, because here's the problem. As they were lying to us and telling us, look, we're going to bring rates down and we're going to drive this economy back up, everything's going to be okay. And yes, the rich are going to get richer, but it's going to dribble down to Main Street. Everybody's going to have jobs. We're going to put all this money back into business investment. And they didn't. They didn't do it. It was a total lie. Now, they didn't do a lot. They didn't do a lot with the money supply, plugging the money, because that's dangerous. Because once you start screwing with the money supply and you start plugging up the system with money that you don't intend to loan, like right now, you're going to get clobbered because you can't get rid of that money. So people are thinking, hey, everything's fine. Look at this. Interest rates are coming down. How'd they get the interest rates down? They printed all this money. They go buy 10-year treasuries. The 10-year treasuries start coming down. They have to do that to have an excuse for the Federal Reserve to justify bringing their loan rate, the rate in which they loan banks, down from 5% down to 0. Then they can loan the corporations, the CEOs, especially the big tech companies and the banks, loan them at like a quarter point or less. Then what do? They go out and they take and buy their own shares, which means they have less shares available. So in other words, if you got 1,000, let's say, for example, I did this morning, I screwed it up, but let's say you have 1 million shares and your stock's at $25. Well, the idea is give the money to the CEO at 0.25% or less. Now remember, the only way you could do that, you got to create inflation to do that, because you got to print all this money to buy 10-year treasuries, to drop those 10-year treasury yields down from, let's say, 3% down to 1.5%. Then when it's down to 1.5%, then the Fed can make the excuse, we're going to take the short-term rate, the short-term fund, and we're going to lower it from 5% down to 0. And then we'll loan it to the CEO. And then the CEO will take that money that's at 0.25 point. Sometimes they got it free. And then they would buy their shares. So here's a company. So we'll call this company Joe Suckface Inc. So Joe Suckface Inc. Okay, has, let's say it has 1 million shares, 1 million shares. And the stock's at $25. So now they want to move that stock price up very, very quickly. They want to get it up there quickly. How do they do that? It's really simple. It used to be illegal. You used to go to jail for doing it. And who changed that? Reagan. We'll talk about that. But the worst thing is the money supply.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. or give them a call. 877-600-GANG. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grande, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Phil's Gang wishes you and your family happiness, joy, and financial security, working together to make 2024 another successful year at philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, the Dow's down 250 points right now. I told my members yesterday and this morning, I said, watch the stocks that are going up. And what you'll see is, you'll know when they're going to turn around and come down, because you're going to see they're going up as the volume keeps going down. There's a delay in a stock. When you see a stock going up and it just doesn't turn around and go down, it's kind of like when you raise interest rates. It takes a long time before the effect happens in the economy based on the interest rate hike or cut. It takes a long time. Same thing here in a stock. All of a sudden you're seeing your stocks going up, it's melting up, and then, but you look and the volume's going down, and you go, oh, this stock's strong. Look at this, volume's going down, but it's still going. No. You get caught. So I told everybody, I said, come on, let's take these stocks, let's adjust our stops, take profits, put some stops in again here, and protected ourselves. And that's what we did. But let's get going back to what's going on here. We are going to have the biggest crash ever because of the money supply I keep talking about. And nobody wants to believe it. They think everything's going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. Going back to, again, how did this all start and why are we going to have the biggest crash in history is because of the money supply. Look, it was bad enough when they did stock buybacks. That was illegal. But let's think about what they do. They print all this money. That's inflationary. That kills the people on Main Street. I mean, remember I just told you, after all this printing of money, it was for the purpose of inflation so that the very, very rich would increase their wealth because their asset prices would go up. Like, for example, Pelosi, her vineyard went up like 32%. Her art painting went up, I forgot what they were, like 42%. So that's what happens with the rich. But the problem with the stock buybacks is you print all this money, you buy the 10-year treasuries, this is all artificial. And they did this with nearly $30 trillion. $30 trillion. About 27.8, I'll round it off, 30 trillion. So they keep buying stocks, and as I said, all they do is reduce the amount of shares. So if I got 1 million shares and the stock's trading at $25, they go in and they'll say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm the CEO of the company. I want to get my stock up to $100 from 25. So what I'm going to do, I call the Fed. Hey, Fed, send me over some money. I'll pay 0.25%. And then he goes and reduces the shares the company has outstanding that you and I and everybody else traced. And so he reduces it, say, from 1 million to 500,000. Because he reduced it from 1 million to 500,000, the stock price went from $25 up to $100. There was no investment, no profits, no earnings, nothing. That was illegal. It was changed by Reagan. He only changed it for he thought he had an emergency, because remember, he had Carter. It was bad enough we had Baby Bush, and Obama had to deal with Baby Bush. And Obama, he's not the brightest light in the chandelier either. So Reagan had to do something. He had to put a spark in the market. He had to do something. So that's what he did. He said, okay, I'm going to make it legal. And he made it legal, and he thought that'd be the end of it. Nobody would use it. Until Obama comes into office. Obama and Biden. They decided to use it every day, because what they wanted to do, again, is create massive inflation to please the people who put them in office. Their wealth comes from inflation. That's exactly what they do. But the worst inflation comes from the money supply. And they never talk about that, because you can't get rid of it. It's hard to get rid of. It kills you. And that's why we're going to have the biggest crash, and that's why they don't want to talk about it. So after they did all this game playing, the stock market starts moving up, right? Starts moving up from 2009, keeps going up. And then finally 2015, right? What is Aunt B is the Treasury Secretary. She, oh my God, look at the inflation. Let's tell everybody it's transitory, it's transitory. It wasn't transitory. She knew that, but she lied about it, because she knew inflation was going to kill us. Because remember, the guy on Main Street, he's making nothing. Inflation's killing him. As stocks were going up, it was all because of money printing. And stocks are going up. It's destroying him. It's destroying him. Why the rich are picking up 20 million and 88 million each. Main Street's losing $3,000, $4,000 a year, because inflation's killing them. Their dollar is weak. So by the time we got to 2015, everything starts moving along, and now we got 7 stocks. The Magnificent Seven. Do we have Magnificent Seven sound? The Magnificent Seven. All right. And so here we got 7 stocks driving this whole market. 500, but it's not just 500, but we use the 500. Can you imagine 7 stocks driving the S&P? Just 7. You know how dangerous that is? And the PE ratio, the value of these stocks are insane, crazy, but that's what they were doing. So finally, now he's gone. President Trump comes in. Trump's not there long enough to do anything. Biden comes back in. And remember, he believes, just like Obama believed, that Krugman, they both go to the altar of Krugman. Krugman is a socialist. He's always said to Obama and Biden, look, don't be afraid to go in debt, because debt and deficits have no relevance. It puts no strain on the economy. Keep spending, spending, spending. And so who took that advice? That's right, Biden. 2021, he comes to office, and he plugged in the stock market. There was an average for 30 years, about $350 billion a year. What did he do? He comes in and he plugs in the first year about 17 billion, and the second year I think it was about 19 billion. Unbelievable. More when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Remember, it's free for 10 days, and you're going to learn how the stock market works. You're going to be buying stocks at the proper time, executing at the proper time. But on the other hand, like today, when the market starts going down, your stock goes down, you're going to be making money on the way down because you're going to be executing what we call a short position. To help you do that, I designed, and my team designed, Pro 1, Pro 2, Pro 3. These are charts that for years I kept saying to myself, they confuse everybody with these charts, with the candlesticks. They're green, then red, then green, green, red, 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 green, green, red, green. You know, like you're on some kind of crazy drug or something. And I said, that confuses everybody. I said, why don't we put some algorithms together that just shows the money. So if I'm going to buy Coca-Cola, I just want to know, are the institutions are they putting money in Coca-Cola or aren't they? I don't need to hear all this garbage from the fake Business News Network. I don't need to know all their fundamentals and all that. What do I need that for? It does nothing, because it's all lies anyways. It's all lies. I don't need. What do I need to know? The price to sales, price to book, price to assets, return on equity, return on assets, profit margins, free cash flow. I don't need any of that anymore. That went away when they went to discount brokerage. When you were no longer paying $250 commission for a guy to work really hard to find you a stock, that a company was a great company, great assets, but had bad management, and the stock dropped from $100 down to $15, everything's in place. They just got to replace the team, and it takes time, get some money, and you hold on that stock for 7-8 years, and you make a bundle. But they used to work hard. You had to pay a $250 commission. But when the discount brokerage came in, it went down to $5 to $15. They said, what the hell's this? How can we make any money? I got it. Here's what we'll do. And this was the government again. This is your government. Get in the middle. The government's always got to screw things up, right? They're going to protect everybody. Oh, we're going to protect the public. No, man. You can pay them $5. You don't have to pay them $250. You pay them $5. We got discount brokers. Yeah, that worked out good. So then the brokerage companies, how the hell am I going to make money? I got it. Let's buy the stock first. And it will screw our clients. We'll mark it up. You can't make any money buying retail. You can't buy something retail, sell it retail. That's what they're doing. They're selling you a stock retail. And that's like, again, I use this analogy. Let's say you went down to the store and you bought a suit in front, I don't know, it's J.P. Morgan's or somewhere, or J.C. Penney. You bought a stock a suit for $500. And you think, oh, I'm going to go in front of the store and I'm going to sell the suit for $1,000. What? You just went into the store, you bought it for $500, and you're going to sell it for $1,000? It doesn't work. Same thing with stock. So they go and they buy a stock first, mark it up to you. They're all making money, and then now you're buying a stock at retail. Who the hell are you going to sell it to? That's the problem. It destroyed the whole business, the discount brokerage. So then they decided, well, why don't we do this? Let's make sure there's a fiduciary agreement between the brokerage houses and the clients. How'd that work out? Are you kidding me? They got lobbyists stronger than the American Rifle Association, for God's sakes. That didn't go over. And they kept, and this is their response to it right here.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's it.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
We take care of our partners, our shareholders, and we screw you, the retail customer. That's what we do. And then they turn around and all of a sudden the SEC and the BBB and the TBB and the commodities future trading, they're all going to sue the brokers. That didn't work out. So that's how you got screwed. So I said, wait a minute. Why don't we turn around and why don't we just follow? Someone's got to make some sense here. Can't we just follow the money instead of the BS? Because everything was a lie. to get you to buy a stock. Not only was it a lie, they say to 5 brokers, hey, we just bought this garbage stock for $10. Mark it up to 20. If you can sell the stock, the first 10 brokers in my office, you can sell it for 50. Now they bought it for say $5. You'll get to the ball game, World Series tickets, or we'll send you on a ski trip. That's what they're doing. So they had these contests, and they still do that today. They have the brokers contests, selling you this garbage. Boy, I got a hot stock for you. That's what happened. That's what happened. Then finally, I said, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to design a chart that only follows one thing, money. Because after all, it's money. That's all that makes a stock go up and makes the stock go down. Who has the money? Not the tourist. The tourist, they don't have any money. Look what happened last week when they came out and made the announcement. We're going to do 4 rate cuts. And everybody's been waiting for 2 years, almost 3 years for that announcement. We're going to do rate cuts. No more are we raising rates. The stock should have went up 800, 900 the Dow. It only went up 500. Hell, almost any day you can get a stock market to go up 500. Just on a burp. If you have indigestion. If you fart, the stock will go up 500. So they turn around and all of a sudden they're, wow, look at this, up 500. No. Because the institutions weren't participating. And if you look on my chart, you see it. My red candlesticks didn't turn green, didn't turn yellow to warn me. That's what you need. Follow the money. And then on a day like today, I told my members, look, what you got to look at, this market's been going up so long now. Don't turn around and start shorting yet. Look for relative strength. What's that mean? Well, every stock is going up. Every bad stock is going up. Every stock that stinks goes up. So let's see what stocks can't hold today. So the plunger team's going to come in at the end of the night here. The Dow's down 338. They're going to make sure it's only down about 85 points like they always do. Tomorrow morning we wake up, it's going to be up either their favorite numbers, either 35 or 85 positive. So they're going to come in and rig it to get, so they have the implied open. Implied open to be watched tomorrow morning, plus 35. The market could be down 7,000 points tonight, and tomorrow morning, implied open, up 35. You trust these people? You know, I didn't want to, they said you should talk to everybody about the job numbers. Are you kidding? Why? Why am I going to waste their time on the job numbers? They're all fake. What am I going to do with it? Are you kidding? Just like, why would I don't even talk about the inflation. I don't talk about CPI number. That's all fake. Everybody knows the real inflation is 15%. If anybody thinks inflation is 3.2%, don't you go shopping? Don't you go? They don't go grocery shopping. They must have a maid that goes grocery shopping. They don't fill their car. They must have a butler that fills their car up with gas. Anybody who knows it's not 3.2%. You got to be brain dead. 15%. We all know this. I'm not going to waste my time talking about this CPI. It's ridiculous. We know what it is, 15%. Same thing. I'm going to talk about the job numbers. Did you see the latest job numbers? The household number, which you usually look at because that's the one that's most honest. Well, now that's corrupt too. So they came out the other day. I couldn't believe what they said. Household survey. 747,000 new jobs created. What? Now, I understand. I do. I get it. I've been doing this for 52 years. I get it. When you get into the election season, whoever is in the White House, they control the BLS. They control the statistics. They can do anything they want. I get this. But to come out with 747,000 new jobs when 50 states, you got a line at every unemployment off in 50 states. Everybody signing up for an unemployment check. Not 2 states, not 3, not 10, 50. And they're trying to convince me there's 747,000 new jobs created last month? Are you nuts? Let's follow the money. That's all you have to do, and you'll make money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Phil Grande has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, we're going to have the biggest crash ever because of what they did to rig the market since 2007. We're going to have to pay for that 1,200% rally in the NASDAQ. It wasn't free. It was rigged. We're going to have to pay for the 650% rally from 2007 to 2023 because it was rigged. It's called inflation. All that money they put in, nothing grew. The idea is when you print money and you want to increase your money supply, you want to get the money out. You put it in the banks, and then the banks take it and lend it. And what you want, people to take it and do with it. Business investment, that's right. Go buy new machinery, new equipment, right? And then you're producing more hats. Let's say you do hats, Phil's Gang hats. Now, instead of producing 100 hats a day, you produce 300 hats a day. Now you get now wages start going up because expenses come down, and then now people have savings and they go out and spend more money, and their standard of living goes up. That's how it works. That's how our system works. But what did these guys do? They said, let's do this. Let's screw Main Street. This was Obama, who they're going to canonize as a saint, right? Remember, they're going to canonize him as a saint. So that's Obama and Bernanke and Obama when they Biden. So they came up with the idea. No, let's do this. Let's take and buy. We'll print all this money and we'll buy treasuries. Get those treasury yields down. Then, because they're so far down at 1.5%, say from 3 or 4%. Now we got an excuse to lower the Fed rate, the rate in which the Fed Reserve loans to banks overnight. We can loan them near zero. And then they can take the money during the day, and they can loan the CEO of Oracle and the CEO of all different companies and tell them, look, why don't you buy your own stock back? Because you have hardly any cost. We're giving you money almost free. Buy your own stock. Reduce the number of shares you have. And your stock will go up, and you don't have to have earnings. You don't have to increase your sales. You don't have to have profits. Because now, when you instead of 1 million shares, you reduce it to only 500 shares are available. That means we got more people than get shares. Your price goes up. We'll keep doing that for 13 years. That would have been okay. It would have been okay. The electric share would have been okay. This is when they overdid it. And this is Saint Obama. Why don't we take, and this is the moral sin, why don't we take the money supply? Because if we print money, let's print $20 trillion, $27 trillion, and screw the inflation. The inflation is going to be good because everybody who got us into funded us into the Oval Office, they're going to love us because their artwork is going to go up, their diamonds are going to go up, their vineyards are going to go up because we're going to create such massive inflation. They're going to love us. So let's take all that money and then we'll put it in the banks. Say, okay, now don't lend it. They didn't lend it. You know what they did? Banks took most of that, a lot of that, not most, but some of that money, they went out and bought oil stocks. They went out, remember all the banks were broke? Within about 30 days, the banks were making all kinds of money because they went out and buying oil stocks, trading each other's stocks back and forth like two used car dealers across the street from each other, selling each other cars. That's what they're doing. So now they're sitting there with the moral sin. They take the money supply and they said, now don't loan it. Well, wait a minute. If we don't loan, yeah, interest rates went down, but if we don't start loaning it, inflation's going to go up. Huge. And once inflation goes up, the dollar value goes down. People are going to get killed. They have no purchasing power of their dollar. So we're going to have the purchasing power killing the people. We're going to have prices going through the roof, and there's no growth. Yeah, but the stocks will go up. And not only will the stocks go up, even though they're fake, and we'll have the biggest crash in history, nobody's going to know that. And that's what they did. And now we're there. Now you got to pay for the mistake. But now they're telling you everything's fine, everything's okay. No, it's not. If they did not, here's the thing. They only put, look, they're saying now, look, there's not going to be a recession. That's a bold-faced lie. Because there has been 4 contractions of money supply. We have a contraction now, meaning there's some money supply, the money supply is being reduced, but we're about 4%, but that's not enough. Every time that we had a contraction in the money supply, 1933, 1938, 1949, 2021, and now today, you automatically go into a recession. Automatically. We had a recession in 33, 38, 49, 21, and now they lied about it. They lied. Oh, no, there's no recession. Remember, the president came out, no, we're not going to do that anymore. No, we're going to do it a different way. Different way. So that's why when I tell you what you got to watch for, what you got to do to make money in the market today. It's not about fundamentals, not about all the crap you hear these. I mean, I go online, my hair burns. I mean, I get such a headache when these guys come and they start. I don't even know what they're talking about, half these people. It's like they're talking to each other and trying to impress themselves. And they got these big words they're using I don't understand half the time. All I know, if I am going to buy, like we did TLT, I knew that TLT was going to go straight through the roof because everybody was covering, they were shorting the bonds and everybody's covering their short positions. I don't have to know anything more about what TLT does. I know what it is. So we decided, let's buy some. The thing shot up through the moon. We did that with Boeing. Boeing went through the moon. I mean, a whole bunch of stocks. Home Depot went through the moon. ITA, we got about 10 of them. They all went, JP Morgan went through the roof. Citigroup. But what did we do? Did we sit there and study the forward PE, the rear PE, the price to sales, the price to book, the return on assets, who's the vice president, where are they going to open the next company? What, are you nuts? Of course not. All that's a lie. Just like everything they tell us about inflation is a lie. The CPI is a total lie. There's only one truth in this business, only one truth. Where's the money? So my chart will tell you where the money is. If it's red, all of a sudden the stock's going up, it warns you not to get in because the stock can collapse. Going up, still red. Then all of a sudden it will start turning yellow. Tells me there's some money starting to go in now. Then it turns green, I'm safe, and all my gang members are safe to buy. All of a sudden it turns yellow again, warning us the big institutions are pulling the money out. See, that's what you got to do. You're following, your brokers are having you follow the tourist, the retail customer. What, are you nuts? You got to follow the big hedge funds. You got to follow the insurance companies, the hedge funds, the pension funds. You got to follow that money. And that's what we do with our chart. Follow that money. And you can use it for 10 days free. I don't even charge you. For 10 days, see how it works out for you. But going back to why we're going to have the biggest crash in history, nobody believes it, because they don't understand how we got here. They don't understand they should be in jail for what they did. They destroyed our country with this inflation. They destroyed it. When you take purposely and push so much money into the banks for them to lend, and then they don't lend, that has to be a crime, because what you're doing, you're pushing all this money and think, oh, this is great, interest rates are going down. But then they screw you, because then they say, all right, it's in there, interest rates went down, nah, we're closing the door, we're not going to lend any money, nah. All of a sudden, bam, butter's going up, gasoline's going up, everything's going up, inflation, and then the rich people are getting richer. Now, how do you get that money out? Well, it's easy if you not to get out of the money supply, but when like what Volcker did, he went in and he raised rates to 15% to reduce the inflation. But again, this is the different inflation when it's the money supply compared to going and buying treasuries and putting all this money to buy treasuries to drop the yield. That's easy. You can get that out by raising rates. You can reduce it. But to try to reduce the amount of money that's in the system, that's tough to get out. And once it's in there, you're screwed. So you better know how to sell short, and we'll help you. And by the way, if you while you're learning, you say, oh, that's too much work, then just stay with the spider and use the color-coded chart. That's all. We have thousands of people that do that, and they make money. Check it out, free for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.